everybody. It's just me today, Dr. Smith. And for anyone new, I'm at Accomplished Health and Wellness here in Lawrence, Kansas. And so today I am using a new microphone and an old camera. So we'll see if this one works better. I don't know. Anyways, so today I don't have Heather with me because she's on a trip and I hope she's having fun. But I thought today I would talk about the lymphatic pump. So I'm going to do another osteopathic technique that you can do at home. So I don't know if it's doing it on that side, but sometimes when I move my head, like only part of my head moves on the camera. It's really funny. Hopefully it's not doing it on that side. But you can laugh at it if it is. Anyways, so you guys, anyone that watched the last one knew that we had a bug going through our house, and it was a cold, a lovely summer cold. And I'm still getting over it a little bit, but I'm so much better than last week. And anyways, so whenever my kids get sick, I have this whole repertoire of osteopathic techniques that I use on them. And over the course of the next couple of weeks, I'm going to show those to you. This one is called the lymphatic pump, and your lymphatic system is all throughout your body. And it's these little bitty channels that go all over. And what its purpose is to go out and it seeks out illness. And so it'll pick up any viruses, bacteria, and it takes it back and it displays it so that the immune system can fight it. It brings all the immune cells in. If you have like inflammation somewhere, it'll also take the inflammation, it brings the inflammatory cells in and takes the extra fluid out. And if you don't have, like if you have any impediments anywhere along the way, then what happens is that your lymph system can't get there quick enough, so it can delay immune cells getting to that area. And it also can delay, the taking away of the bad stuff that has been created from I call it the war that happens in your body when you get invaded or when you injure yourself or anything like that. So anyways, the lymphatic pump is super easy to do, and it's great when you have like a cold or pneumonia or any kind of sinusy stuff or anything like that. The lymphatic system, really the way it moves and pumps things, like when you think about the blood supply, the blood, the heart is pumping and the blood goes through the body, and then as it's coming back from the heart or back to the heart from the rest of your body, the veins are going to have these valves so that the blood goes up and then it can't go back. So it's constantly trying to push it back up to the heart. The lymphatic system doesn't really work that way. So the way that the lymphatic system works is that it doesn't have like a little pump that's like pumping the system to make everything go out and come back. It actually works on muscle contractions in the gut. It works on, because of your gut motility, it works on respiration movements and all kinds of stuff like that. So it's not like, it really does need assistance to move. So if you want to make sure that your lymphatic system is moving properly, you can do this technique, which is so super easy. And I'm going to show it to you. So my trusty assistant, Elsie, is here, but you can't see her because she's being super lazy today. And she's hiding under the blanket. So, but that's okay, because all I need are her feet. And she says she's cold. I don't know why.
My feet are ice cubes.
So all you need is your feet. And just so you know, this technique sounds funny. When I'm doing it on kids, Elsie renamed it, and it's called the Jello Jigglers on kids because it makes you shake like Jello. And it sounds funny on this bed because any bed that's squeaky, it's going to sound funny on. You'll see what I'm saying. So if you're in an apartment complex, this one's kind of funny. Or if you're like in an office with other people next door, this one sounds funny, and you'll get what I'm saying. So anyways, here we go. What you do is you are going to grab at the, basically at the feet. I put my hands right over the ankles, and you want to have, and this one's actually easier when you do it and they have shoes on, but or if they're barefoot. I think it's actually easier when they have shoes on. The second part is easier when they have shoes on. The first part is easier when they have shoes off, but it doesn't really matter. So you just grab at the top of the feet, and what we're trying to do is create that muscle movement to get the lymphatic system to move. So you're just gonna pump. You're just gonna bend the feet down, just like that, and they jiggle, and the belly jiggles, and everything jiggles that you could possibly jiggle. That's why we call it jello jigglers. And you just pump it, and you pump it in a fashion of 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And what it does is it contracts these muscles on the top of the leg, and it just kind of stimulates that lymphatic system to start moving, because you were sitting there not doing anything because you're sick. You're laying in the couch. So you just do this a couple times, and then you bend the feet up, and we're going to pump again. And it pumps the back of the leg as well as the front of the leg when you do this one. This one's easier to do with shoes just because you have that sole of the shoe, and it makes the pump a little bit easier. But always, 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 if you're grabbing people's shoes, look at the bottom of them to make sure that there's no dog poop on them, because you never know what's on the bottom of people's shoes. So anyways, I always got in the habit of looking. Yeah, so we just pump up, and again, it makes you jiggle like jello jigglers. This one, the table isn't, usually the table creaks. It's not really creaking as much today. But it'll sound kind of funny, so don't be surprised if you make funny noises on your table. And that's all it is, really. You just go down. Again, it's like a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then you go up. 1, 2, 1, 2. And if you look up and their whole body is jiggling from the waist up, you're doing it right. So it's super easy. You don't have to do a lot of it. Just so you know, whenever you do like a lymphatic pump, she's alive. Just kidding. Whenever you do a lymphatic pump, because you're stimulating the lymphatic system, a lot of times in about like 8 hours after you do a lymphatic pump, and especially once I show you all of the techniques for what I do when my kids are sick at home, because they're super easy that you can do together, and I'll show them to you separately, and then I'll show them eventually to you all together, so that you can do them when your kids are sick, or when you're sick, or your spouse is sick. Someone can do it for you, but you can't do it to yourself. Then you'll have that. And so just so that you know, whenever I have this bug bite on my foot, and it's like super itchy. Sorry. So whenever you do these, especially lymphatic pump, in about 8 hours, you can feel kind of like a Mack truck hit you, and that's normal. You're not dying. That's just because the lymphatic system is in hyperdrive and everything is stimulated, and so that's what you'll feel like. The next day, you'll feel a whole lot better. So just go to sleep and wake up in the morning. You can take some Tylenol or ibuprofen, whichever one works best for you. So anyways, that's all I was going to show you today was the lymphatic pump. Super easy to do on your family and friends and whoever is sick. And if you guys have any questions about it, don't hesitate to ask. And I don't think Heather's going to be back next week. If she is, we'll have a new we'll have a normal tea time. If she's not, then next Tuesday I'll do another technique. And she went to visit family. And I guess that's it. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day. Thanks. Bye. Still